Srirangapatna, a small town in Mandya district located near the city of Mysore, enclosed by the river Kaveri to form a river island. The town is about 3.5 miles in length and 1.5 miles in breadth across its center, which is its broadest part. The town was named after Rangnath Swami Temple. The temple was built by the Ganga dynasty rulers of the area in the 9th century. The structure was strengthened and improved upon architecturally by the successive dynasties. Thus, the temple is a medley of the Hoysala and the Vijayanagar style of temple architecture. Sultan Fateh Ali Sahib Tipu, eldest son of Sultan Hyder Ali of Mysore, known for introduction of a number of administrative innovations during his rule, including his coinage, and is considered a pioneer in the use of rocket artillery. Tipu's father Hyder Ali rose to power capturing Mysore, and Tipu succeeded Mysore upon his father's death in 1782. He won victorious important battles against the British in the Second Anglo-Mysore War. The Srirangapatna fort came to prominence during the rule of Tipu Sultan. The fort of Srirangapatna was considered as one of the strongest forts in South India. This was primarily due to its geographical location, for its entire northern and the western fronts were protected by river Kaveri, which is impossible to cross without a bridge during monsoon. Further, the availability of granite helped in raising revetments. Natural blocks of granite were also utilized for constructing moats on the northern and western sides. The river Kaveri served as the outermost moat. The walls of the fort are considerably thick. The fort dates back to the Vijayanagar period and was developed and extended by Hyder Ali of Tipu Sultan. Walls of Srirangapatna fort are provided with strong bastions and gateways at regular intervals, with provision for garrisoning men along the walls. Apart from this, the fort wall consists of prison along the inner fortification. The fort consists of 6 gateways: the Bangalore or the Ganjam Gate, the Mysore Gate, the Elephant Gate, the Water Gate, the Jibi Gate, and the Delhi Gate. These gates were made of stone, brick, and lime mortar. They measured 5.5 meter in height, 3.75 meter in width, and 14.75 meter in length. The gateway in the central fort wall, which was badly damaged, was repaired in the recent past by the then government, providing small keystone arches. The Bangalore Gate, formerly known as Ganjam Gate, is also designated as the Elephant Gate. Apart from these gates, the fort wall is also known for the location of dungeon in those days, to keep the most wanted war captives. In the northern and the northeastern side of the fort wall, there are dungeons named after Colonel Bailey and Thomas Imam respectively. Between AD 1761 and 1799, Hyder Ali and Tipu Sultan, who ruled the Mysore kingdom, fought the British valiantly in 4 Mysore battles. In the process, held captive many British army officers. Tipu Sultan held these prisoners of war within the fort at Srirangapatna. On the northern side of the Srirangapatna temple is the fort wall. There is an oblong bastion in which heavy battery is kept, and it is called Sultan Bateri. Below the bastion, there is a dungeon which is not visible to any passerby. It measures 30.5 meters in length and 12.2 meters in width. It's an oblong structure concealed from view with low vaulted roof of brick and lime mortar, and having a series of arches resting on huge pillars dividing the interiors into bays. In the eastern and the western walls, there are fixed stone slabs with holes perhaps meant for fastening prisoners to the walls with chains. During the siege of Srirangapatna, one of the cannon rolled back, pierced the ceiling and fell into the wall, which is still lying there. It is more than 10 feet long and its mouth is 6 feet wide. since Colonel Bailey died on 13 November 1782 in the dungeon after a prolonged illness, it is named after him. Tipu's palace, located at a distance of 150 meters to the northeast of Srirangapatna temple, is a raised mound with remains of a lime-plastered brick structure with partly exposed plinth, are the remains of Tipu's palace. In its heyday, the structure contained huge halls and rooms, including apartments. The British demolished the greater part of this palace after its capture in 1799 and used it as a military post for some time. It was a very elegant structure with decorative ponds, groves, and evergreen trees. Part of the structure is exposed recently, revealing a pillared room, a hall, and a portion of a flight of steps from the west. Tipu remained an implacable enemy of the British East India Company, sparkling conflicts with his attack on British ally Travancore in 1789. The siege of Srirangapatna was the final confrontation of the Fourth Anglo-Mysore War between the British East India Company and the Kingdom of Mysore. During the battle, the British troops entered the strong fort of Srirangapatna by breaching the fort wall. Near the water gate, a stranded Tipu was attacked by the British soldiers. One of them tried to snatch his golden belt. Tipu tried to ward him off with his sword. Fearing for his friend's life, another British soldier shot Tipu in the temple. The Jama Masjid is a grand structure with two lofty minarets noted for their majesty and grace. The hall of the mosque has a number of trefoil arches and mihrab, a hollow vertical niche in the west wall, symbolizing the light. On the walls of the hall are found stone inscriptions with quotations from the Quran. A winding flight of steps, more than 200 steps, lead to the top of each minaret, from where visitors can get a panoramic view of the surrounding. At the top of the minaret is a large masonry kalasha with ornamentations, above which are small metallic kalashas, adding to the elegance of the minaret. The two lofty double-storied minarets, topped by highly decorated dome finials and its octagonal exterior accommodating pigeonhole-like decoration, add to the elevation of the mosque. Being situated at a higher plane, the mosque forms a landmark of Srirangapatna. Tipu Sultan, after the death of his father in 1782 AD, assumed the throne of the Mysore kingdom. As a tribute to Hyder Ali, his illustrious father, he built a tomb and a mosque at the eastern extreme of his capital. Srirangapatna, amidst a well-laid garden, his mother, Fakhr-un-Nisa, is also interred adjacent to his father's cenotaph. Although he did not build the tomb with the intention of his own burial, after his death in 1799 AD, the kith and kin of Tipu Sultan chose to bury him along with his parents. The majestic tomb, built at the center of a huge garden studded with choicest floral and fruit-bearing trees, is entered through an imposing Nakhar Khanna with arched entrance and the usual room at the top containing wooden windows. The tomb is accommodated on a square platform, which in turn is surmounted by a khanna of brick and lime and corridor having series of pointed arches. The low platform is externally veneered and the top has a lime concrete pavement, leaving considerable space all around. The main structure comprises a square chamber surrounded by a corridor of polished black stone pillars. Above the corridor is provided a low decorated parapet intervened by squattiest guldastas carrying finials or buds of modern sizes. The tomb is crowned with a large dome resting on a circular base which rises to a considerable height, and it carries a series of finials. The three entrances of the chamber are provided with the ivory inlaid teakwood doors. The interior of the chamber up to the hollow circular ceiling is beautifully decorated with paintings depicting tiger stripes, a favorite theme employed during the time of Tipu Sultan. Darya Daulat, the wealth of the sea, referred to as the summer palace of Tipu Sultan, was completed in the year 1784 AD during the early years of Tipu Sultan's reign. The palace is situated outside the fort on the island. Tipu Sultan laid out a garden here and constructed the summer palace, which was his favorite retreat. It is built in the Indo-Sasanic style, standing on a square platform. There are excellent mural paintings depicting the war scenes, the British and the French officers, the Sultan, the kings and the others. Some of the soldiers of the East India Company were talented artists who drew views of forts, buildings and sceneries as seen from their encampments. Wellesley Bridge over the river Kaveri at Srirangapatna was erected in 1804 under the direction of Diwan Puranaya. It is an interesting specimen of native architecture, being composed of stone pillars, caped with stone corbels and surmounted by stone girders, on which the flag of the roadway are laid. It has 64 span of 2.5 meter each with 170 meter linear waterway. Though rough in construction, the bridge has survived the heaviest floods for a century without injury.